they got baby chicks, what's the temptation gonna be like? None.
I'm not doing it. Nothing like fresh eggs, is it?
I love chickens, love eggs, and all the Rhode Island Reds, how are we on them as for laying age?
I was looking at the calendar and our Rhode Island Reds are 16 weeks old.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
No, it's like we just got them.
It does. It
Yeah.
feels like we just got them. And for sure, we just recently moved them out to pasture.
Right.
So we knew that we were approaching, laying age, but it's here. So, when a chicken gets to the age where they're about to lay, you want to swap their feed from a grower feed to a laying feed. And so I think it's time. Most chickens, you say the typical laying age is 20 weeks, which is 5 months. Ours are 16 weeks. Well, Rhode Island Reds are kind of an exception.
Really?
They're known to be early layers.
Swap them the laying feed.
Get their nest area ready.
Get their nesting boxes ready. We probably need to get them some oyster shells for some calcium so that we can have some harder eggs.
And also we may want to add some grit. I mean, there are some rocks out there, but most of what we have are larger rocks.
Right.
What the rocks do is the grit, they enable the food to be broken up.
It's like their teeth.
It's like their teeth because chickens don't have teeth.
Correct.
They may lay today and it may be a few weeks, but we got to be prepared.
I agree. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? How you guys doing? I believe y'all are wanting to start laying eggs. I really do. We do got to get your nesting boxes ready here. We absolutely do. We're going to get y'all fixed up. Aren't they beautiful? I love Rhode Island Reds. I really love Rhode Island Reds. I always say, because we get asked a lot, Jason, what would be a great beginner chicken? And there's 2 breeds I always say every single time. Rhode Island Reds and a barred rock. They're just easy to find. They're super hardy. Very docile, as you guys can see. And they lay a lot of eggs. They're just easy keepers for anybody, but especially beginners. Yeah, ladies, we're gonna get y'all fixed up. Plus, I think they're beautiful. I really do. I think Rhode Island Reds are beautiful. And they're a heritage breed. And I think when people think of a heritage breed chicken, they think of these hard to get, obscure chickens that, you never heard of, that's got crazy names. But a Rhode Island Red is a heritage breed chicken that's been around for a very, very long time. Very long time. But we're gonna get you girls fixed up. Yes, we are. And in turn, we hope y'all lay us some beautiful, fresh eggs. Got a little bit of this layer crumble left, and I just want to use it all up before we get the laying pellets in there, because I don't like to have old feed on the bottom of the barrel. I like to use all that up, because you don't want to put new feed on top of that old feed. And y'all can see they're starting to venture out. I don't know how much longer we're gonna keep them in this area before we move them. They're just now, you can see they're eating grass now. This is exactly what we want for our eggs. And, but yeah, they're eating grass now, they're venturing out. But I'll just gauge this. There are some bare spots here because if you guys remember, this is where the flower farm was last year. And we're probably gonna do the flower farm over there when we start selling flowers again in the spring and summer months. But right now, we're just gonna leave them here for a little bit longer and just gauge it. And when I think it's time for these guys to be moved, we will move them on. And we'll just move them up where Holly's playing, up in here. And again, you can see we got grass, bare spots, grass, bare spots. And that's because we had the flower farm planted here as well. Speaking of gardens, before we go and get the stuff we need for our egg layers, I want to show y'all the fall garden, the fall and winter garden, and give y'all a quick update on this because I haven't done it since I made the video about all the stuff that got damaged in the hard freeze we had. But you can see that our collard greens, some of them did make it through and they're starting to come on back. They're not quite big enough yet for me to be harvesting yet. I got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 rutabagas that are gonna make it. That was another row of, this was cauliflower, I think. Is it cauliflower broccoli? It's gone. My kohlrabi, it's all dead except, you can see it's just rotten. See that? Just rotten. I got 1 here maybe. That may be 1 right there. I got this little patch here and the rest of it is toast. This was cauliflower. It didn't make it. My onions did, but my weeds are starting to get the best of me. I just hadn't been able to spend as much time in the garden as I normally would like with what's been happening around here. The garlic is okay. Carrots are gone. And cabbage is gone. So basically the only thing that made it was the garlic, onions, a couple of kohlrabi plants, and a couple of rutabaga plants, and a few of my collard greens. And that was it. All right, so we headed to the feed store. What's if they got baby chicks, what's the temptation gonna be like? None.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. We have thought about getting a goose. A guard goose.
But they're not gonna have geese available at this time of the year.
We like to put 1 goose in there, and it will take the chickens as of its own, and become a guard goose. And they do a decent job with aerial predators.
But no more chicks right now.
No more chicks right now. Okay.
Not today.
We can look if they got them though, right?
Not today.
All right, so you saw the chicks, and I'm proud of you. And just to let you know that I'm proud of you. Let's go get something to eat.
Okay, that's my reward.
That's your reward.
I get to eat. Since I passed on the chicks.
You get to eat. You get to eat. Otherwise you wasn't gonna. You was going.
If I had known that ahead of time, there wouldn't have been any.
Oh me. Yeah, no. We're gonna go eat at our little favorite meeting 3.
Except for I don't think we're gonna find a parking spot. Everybody's wanting to eat today. They must have passed on the chicks too.
Their husband's taking them out to eat too.
That's right.
Oh my gracious. So how was you? I didn't get any chicks meal.
I didn't leave anything on my plate.
It was so good today.
was very good.
Man, the cornbread was on point. And I must say, that caramel cake was divine.
That was, well, I don't know. I would be facetious to say that it was my favorite part because everything was good.
It was so good. It was so good. Now, let's go take care of our babies. Alright, got the new laying pellets filled up. Now let's get the, you gonna put their nesting pads in?
What do you think?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, I don't have,
Ain't it 4?
I thought I had 4.
I thought I counted 4. Did I lose one?
No, there it is, 4. I
Okay.
have 4.
Uh-huh.
So I want to use these 4
Okay.
because I have ordered some more.
Okay, cool.
But in the meantime, I'm going to use these 4 and I'm going to put shavings in the other
Okay.
boxes. And, you know, they may choose to use the shavings.
You never know.
But I like these personally.
Yeah,
for
they're a lot
the
neater.
ability to clean it out and keep the nesting box
Way
clean.
neater.
It's way easier too.
Yep.
So
Watch the bottom of that bag.
yeah.
Bet there's some girls in here. Look.
I was just fixing to say I'm gonna have a pep talk with them while I go in.
I need a pep talk.
Hey ladies, y'all know what today is? Today is get ready to lay your egg day. And I say egg singular. I want eggs.
Y'all hear that, girls?
I'm gonna put some in the top and some in the bottom
Okay.
because they tend to choose the same box.
Yeah.
And I want them to spread out. All right. Look at that. And you'll be able to see the difference in how,
Clean, yeah.
well, the eggs want to hide
Yeah.
down in the shavings.
And they had a tendency to kick it out, too.
They have a tendency to kick it out. And it's just easier because look at how thick these pads are.
Yeah.
And if it does get soiled, you can pull away the top layer and you've still got plenty of material to continue to reuse, so it's not wasted.
I got you.
I'm looking around to make sure I just don't see any hidden eggs. Any day now.
Any day now, ladies.
Y'all hear that? Y'all get ready.
None in there, right?
None in there. So we're ahead of the game, but that's what we want. We don't want to wait until they're actually laying.
Yeah, we don't want to be laying on the ground. We want them to, dang sure don't want to get in the habit of laying on the
Look,
ground.
they're gonna come check it out.
Oh, they are going to
What
check it out.
what is this for?
They're curious, ain't they?
Come on, ladies. And one gentleman.
So curious.
You know what, Jason?
What?
So I know there was a rooster out there.
You sure he didn't pop up here while we been in here?
I don't know. There's 2 roosters right here. Go outside and see if you see one.
Oh, goodness. We may have 3 roosters.
Oh, I will be.
You're going to have to get some more chickens.
I might go back to the feed store, even
All
if
right.
you did feed me.
I see 4 hens, and that's it.
Good.
He snuck in there while we was up there.
Yep. How did we not see
I
him?
don't know, little ninja. All right, little ninja. He snuck right on
You
in
said
there.
there's 4 out here?
4 girls out here.
There's 9 in here, so
That's our lucky
That's our-
13.
that's our lucky 13 checking out the box. They decided they were going to come out and visit.
Okay.
They said they're not going to lay eggs today.
All right, so I got your grit trough.
I'm not eating grit.
Your grit and your in your oyster shell trough. So I'm gonna
And I don't eat oysters either.
You don't eat oyster shells either? I'm gonna put it right there and keep it out of the rain. Even though it's got this little hood, this thing was pretty cute. This wasn't what we were going for, but this is better than what we were gonna get. If you wanted to, it's got a hanger on it, but we're not gonna hang it because we really don't have anywhere to hang it. We're gonna set it down in here and we're gonna put oyster shells and some grit in there for the ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get your guys oyster shells and grit. Uh-oh, look, this is the first time they've had layer pellets.
What do they think?
They are going to town on it.
Well, it looks like the gentleman and some of his ladies are choosing the top versus the bottom.
They are, they're eating the layer pellets over the crumble.
How about that?
Which is good. I prefer layered pellets more. They don't waste near as much when it comes to pellets versus crumble. But you can't buy chick starter or chick grower in a pellet form. So
No, and then look around the bottom of this feeder.
yeah.
You can see all the crumble
Well,
that's
you
here.
can see where I had it sitting right here at one point. You can see all the wasted crumble there. Once it gets on the ground and gets wet, they're done with it. And then they will eat the pellet itself off the ground because it doesn't do like that. All right, girls, let me get y'all's other stuff over here. Also, oyster shells are not grit. So don't think that you can give them oyster shells and that also is the same thing as grit, even though because it does seem like a hard substance. It's not. It doesn't work the same as grit does. So don't make the mistake of buying just pure oyster shells thinking it'll serve the purpose as grit as well. And this is the grit, which is basically granite is what it is. It's just little granite pebbles, and we'll give them a little bit of that, but more oyster shells. And the oyster shells are for calcium, which makes stronger egg shells, but it's okay if your rooster was to eat some of it. It's not gonna hurt anything at all. All right, y'all, there you go. In case y'all want some, you can have at it. And one other thing that I like to do, and this is just me, and I like to give these guys a little bit of scratch, which is seeds and cracked corn, and it's just a treat for the guys. They like it. It's kind of like us having a little snack throughout the day. Same things with the chickens. You know, they'll have access to their laying pellets 24/7, and those stay in the feeder. But the scratch, I just throw around here in the chicken yard and let them just scratch around and act like a chicken, and they really enjoy doing that. Couple little things that I do want to mention talking about the layer pellet or layer crumble. Any layer feed is what you would feed your roosters as well. I've had a lot of people ask me, you know, should I feed my roosters something else? Is it safe for him to eat layer pellets or layer feed in general? Yes. Feed him what you feed the hens. He's perfectly fine. This feed is great for roosters as well. It has all the stuff that those guys need, as well as the hens. And one more thing about roosters that I do get asked from time to time, and that is, do I have to have a rooster to have eggs? No. Your hens are gonna lay eggs regardless. The only thing that you would need a rooster for, that is if you wanted chicks. The eggs are not gonna be fertile if you don't have a rooster. There's a chance the eggs would be fertile if you do have a rooster. So you don't have to have a rooster to have eggs. I know some people may live in the city or a suburb or a neighborhood, and sometimes there's restrictions on roosters. You can have hens, but you can't have roosters because, of course, of how much noise they make. Which these guys aren't crowing yet, but I got a feeling it won't be long.